Hi guys, like to welcome you guys all back to my channel. It's Friday, so that means we are back into our lifestyle moment. And today we are having a Melanin Matters chat about time blocking. As I said before, a lot of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys on Friday are things that I'm actually doing. So I don't need to come up with creative content. I want to just be honest and real with you guys. And one thing that I have been experimenting with is the idea of time blocking. Time blocking is basically you seeing everything that you need to do for the day. Ooh, ring, ring, ring. Ow. Seeing what you need to do for the day and then specifically setting times for when you're going to do each assignment. For example, it'll be like, oh, today I needed to go grocery shopping. I need to clean the kitchen. I need to record videos. Cool. So from 7 to this time, I'm going to go grocery shopping. From 10 to this time, I'm going to go to church. Then 10 or 11 to this time, I'm going to record videos, so forth and so forth. Personally, for me, I decided to try this method because when I work from home, I feel a little bit all over the place. I needed to give myself a sense of structure. Granted, at work, I probably could use some structure as well. It's just that I want to get used to the idea of working from home because I still have the goal of being 100% employed by myself by the end of next year. So I needed to this has pretty much been a test run for me to see how is working from home. Am I able to accomplish more or less? And to be honest, in the beginning, it was a little iffy because I am a very schedule, goal-oriented kind of person in a sense that I set schedules and I set routines. And when I veer from those said routines, for me, it sometimes proves to be a little bit difficult to wing it, which is something we'll talk about later on. But basically, I use time blocking at home, but I don't use it when I'm at work. And the reason is at work, I don't have anything to do but sit at my cubicle. So I complete the task at my job the same way that I do here. The only difference is I don't have to sit at work and look busy when I'm already done with my work. Whereas here, when I'm done with my work, I can read, I can draw, I can do other things. So what are some benefits to time blocking that I've personally experienced? That's what my notes are for. So I actually realized that time blocking allows me to stay focused better on specific tasks. So I have always, since I started watching Aaron on Demand, I started adopting the idea of the top 3. And the top 3 helps me with prioritizing which tasks need to be done. But for me, I needed to take it a step further and decide, okay, well, when am I going to attack my to-do list for the day? Because though I have those top 3, I always have other things that also need to be done in the day, but they just don't have the same importance. So I have been able to set times for specific tasks and then do them. And then I feel good when I do them and I get it done ahead of time because then I'm like, ooh, I've got 15 minutes until my next task. So it's like another reward thing for me. I am that kind of person that gets off on that kind of stuff. So it's been beneficial. Another thing that I've noticed with time blocking when I work from home is that it gives me the ability to make time for as much or as little as I want. I control what I get done. Granted, there have been times where I set times and I didn't get to complete the task in that time. But some other things that has also benefited is that I set too much time. And so I've been able to balance it out. And I personally feel like I'm accomplishing more in a shorter time frame. Because before I would work, until midnight on some nights. But I've been able to set it to where I'm actually finishing tasks around 8:30 all day. So it's keeping me focused longer. Another benefit to time blocking for me prevents me from multitasking. Now, we are currently living in a time where this whole hustle hard mentality is preached on us in a way that is very detrimental to just being a human. There is no scientific proof behind working until your body shuts down on you as a thing to say like this is successful and this is not. There is nothing that proves that at all. So I feel like I've been more productive in the sense like I am working on one thing at a time. No, this is not the time to do 3 things. This is one item that I'm putting all of my focus on at once. And it just, for me, it's giving me, like I said, I'm more focused, I'm more productive. And you are more productive when you work on one task at a time. Like that's a whole other rant video, like an entirely different video right now. But yeah. Another thing that I like about time blocking is that it is a day-to-day thing. So it's not the same routine every day. It's another way for me to reevaluate what I'm doing or how I'm doing things. And it requires like an every morning situation, which I'm trying to get back into this every morning routine thing. So it's been helping a lot. Though I've been liking time blocking, there have been a couple of obstacles or setbacks or things that I've noticed that aren't really for a time block schedule life. For example, though I like time blocking when I'm at home, I don't like time blocking when I'm at work because I do the same thing every day at work. So it's literally the same thing. Every once in a while I have a meeting or something, but I don't have the freedom that I have here. So it's a mundane schedule. It's no point for me to block out hour by hour by hour. Also, with that being said, sometimes on the days where my schedule is where my to-do list is very overwhelming, I find time blocking overwhelming as well because it's like I know I'm not able to complete everything on my to-do list today. So on those days, I just set my top 3 and I do my top 3 and then I pick another task on the list. So I have days where I feel very overwhelmed and the idea of time blocking overwhelms me more. So it's a point where I actually have to step back and go like, okay, wait, this is too much. This is too much managing, like pull it back, Britt. And so I do not time block every day. I time block on the days where I find it most efficient. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like every day is not the same. Therefore, every scheduled day is not the same for me. Plus, sometimes I just don't feel like printing out the stickers to put it in my planner. Like I was saying earlier, one thing that I notice is that sometimes I can be a little over optimistic. Especially for example, if I'm working on a new product for Melanin Eclectic and it's something that Melanin Eclectic has never had, so it requires me to literally start from scratch. I might give myself 2 hours, but I really needed like 5. So again, on days where I'm doing like new product design and things like that, I don't time block because I'm starting from scratch. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of Googling, a lot of consulting with other people that I know, trying to figure out if the product is going to work, things like that. Now on the days where like I'm doing product edits, or my manufacturer came back to me and like we need to review certain design things, now that is time block worthy. Like checking emails, time block worthy. But trying to be artistic and things like that, not time block worthy. It's one thing if you're like, I'm gonna paint 30 minutes a day. It's another thing if you're like, I need to make this print now. Like that's a different thing. So those aren't really cons to time blocking. Those are just things that I feel like you need to be aware of when you time block. Just understanding that time blocking is not for everyone, nor is it for every activity. So you need to figure out currently with your life right now, is this something that you can apply to your house? And a lot of us are working from home, so time blocking could be effective because I guess this is another benefit. Time blocking for me has opened the door up to more fun time for me because I wasn't scheduling me time in. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped meal prepping and cooking and I was missing meals. So time blocking for me is helping my well-being out as well. So yeah, just again, it's not always for everyone. It's not for everything. I just wanted to put that out there. So as usual, the next question is, Brittany, how do you time block? Like, what is your process to time blocking? And it's simple. I have random notebooks, random notepads everywhere. I have testers for Melanin Eclectic notepads that I'm trying to get out. So I'm using them, trying to decide what I like about them and what I don't. And so every morning, after I cook my breakfast and I'm upstairs like drinking tea or whatever, and I have about 30 minutes a day when I work from home where I plan out my day. It doesn't work for me to plan at night. I like to plan it in the morning because I can kind of see where I am. So I write down all the tasks that I want to complete today or that day. So that includes like my 9 to 5. My 9 to 5 assignments are like my top priority. So like I write down how many I have to do that day. Sometimes it's 0, sometimes it's 15, you never know. Then I wrote my notes. I want to make sure I wrote this. Then I decide which tasks are priority. So like I said, I do my top 3 and then I assign times. Now, by assigning times, I try to schedule in everything. I schedule in my breaks. I schedule in my food time. I schedule in my game time. If I got the gym that day, I schedule in that. And so I break it down in 30-minute increments. So it'll be like 30 minutes for planning, and then from like 6:30 to 8:30 or 9:30, I'm doing this particular task, and then I'm scheduling for a 15-minute break. Sometimes I've been doing 30-minute breaks lately because I like 30 increment. But I schedule everything. And then another thing is I set timers. So I have timers on my phone that denote like this is the activity that you're doing. Or I'll set a timer where it's like you're doing this for 2 hours. And I try to stick to the timers. I like when I finish my task before the timer. Excuse me, because I'm that person. Oh, another thing you should always I keep water regularly, and then I refill my water every break. Highly recommend you stay super hydrated during these processes. But yeah, that's how I time block. Now, if you're like me and you are a bullet journaler, or even if you have a planner that is not hourly, I got you. Melanin Eclectic has time management, time blocking stickers. So I have a couple in my shop. They are currently white. You can get them in white or clear. And they just have the hours for you. We have different types of time blocks. So for example, if you just want to put a time block in for 1 hour, we have those kind of stickers for you too. So don't forget to click the link. We've got them ready for you guys to go. And this is another Melanin Matters. And I'd like to thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Let me know what is your type of, we're going to call it like productivity schedule. What type of method do you use? Also, I want to shout out Organized Money. I think that's her channel name. Ironically, I got the idea to start time blocking from her, and then I think like 2 weeks ago, she came out with a time blocking video of her own. I haven't watched it yet because I didn't want it to interact with, I didn't want my thoughts to be what she was saying. So if you want another video about time blocking, I will leave that link down below as well. I really like her channel. I've been taking her money methods and trying to apply that into my life. So yeah, without any further ado, thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. And until the next time, guys, bye.